Hi everybody, welcome back to the Grateful Rose River Homestead. Well, this is a different atmosphere, isn't it? Yeah. The last video you saw me doing a pantry. Well, today, my little helper here, Carmen. Say hi everybody. Her and her little ponies are going to help me. Hi there, Bernie. Hey, Carmen. Whee! I'm Rainbow Dash. Yeah, this one's got some crazy hair going on. It must be a Saturday. That's right, it's Saturday. Can you believe that August is almost over? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that August is almost over. But like I said, the last video you saw me doing the pantry. Well, I thought today I'd show you what I got into today. Now, I've already kind of started, so I thought, well, get a jump on it before I bring you guys in. Whoa, we're tipping here. Come on in here, folks. Come on in. Well, let me get the tripod through the door here. All right, so let me bring you up here a little bit here. All right, let me bring you up here. There we go.
There we go.
Now you can see me better, probably. Okay.
The door shut.
Well, this whole area here will be eventually our rabbit area. We're going to put the cages right here. We're going to bring in exhaust fans to put right here. We'll have heat lamps in here in the wintertime. But this whole area here will be used for the rabbits.
Rabbit?
Yeah, rabbits, Carmen. Carmen loves the rabbits. See, over there, I'm working over there right now.
The pig will
I'm going to leave that little shelf there, but I've moved all this stuff already. There was this big...
the pig will get out of there.
There was okay.
The door shut.
I'm on video talking, Carmen. We got to talk softly.
The door shut.
You see that cabinet right over there? That was over here by the wall when you first walked in the door. And so all this new area is going to be for the rabbits.
Right.
We're going to be breeding, and we also will be eating rabbits. Yummy!
Don't eat rabbit.
So that's what we are getting into today. We're cleaning finally up this room. It's a room that I guess I've just kind of been putting off for a while. I don't know why. But yeah, we're going to get this room all tore up and get it cleaned up and get it ready for the bunny rabbits.
You get out of the rabbit.
I see a little friend here that I don't like. I don't like spiders.
Spider?
You guys all like spiders, but I don't.
Don't get hurt.
I can kill it. Oh, I missed it.
It's a bug.
I was afraid I should have hit it with the flat end. Oh well. I'll get the
eat
little
the
bird.
rabbit.
I'll be tearing this down here in a minute. This will all come down.
Here, Rachel.
Hopefully it'll pop back up. But yeah, we're going to tear all this up. These nails, I mean, nails were used for a lot of the things here. He must have really had a stock in nail. Because there's nails all throughout here. Literally, this could be like some kind of deadly booby trap. Yeah, so we're just tearing this stuff up. Probably going to leave this on here because I don't think it's really going to affect anything.
You get out the light.
We'll probably end up leaving.
You look at the door.
I'm talking to our friends. Okay, we got to listen. We're probably going to leave these here. I am going to remove these nails here because we don't want the bunnies to get poked. And so the cages will kind of set up on these. And that could change. You know, once I get the cages here, I don't.
Look at bunny.
I'm thinking I'm going to keep the cages up on these things here. And I have plenty of these boards here that I've been tearing up that we could actually use more. If we have to, we can put more out here.
Oh.
But I think this is going to be a large enough area to put the rabbits, and because we're not going to have a whole lot of rabbits, but we're going to have a good bit of rabbits. And I think this will be a perfect room for it. We'll be able to put the hail bales. I keep saying hail bales. It's hay bales. I think that's how you say it. Sometimes little spiders come back up here so I can... but yeah, there's lights up here. We can eventually put heat lamps up here. If we have to, we can also put more of a heating system in here if we have to. But rabbits like coolness. They don't want to be hot. So during the summertime, it doesn't get too bad in here. But we are still going to put exhaust fan. At least one exhaust fan, maybe even two in these windows here. That is my plan. And so we'll have to probably eventually take these windows out because they are the slide kind.
You put the
the
light
fans that
up
I've been
here?
looking at. I'm talking to our friends. I'll be right with you. What happens when you have a 4-year-old in the house? So what we'll do is we'll put the exhaust fans in the frame, and then I'll just board it off at the top. That probably is the route I'm going to go with the exhaust fans. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, is getting our bunny area ready for next spring, because next spring we will be bringing in rabbits here. So yeah, that's what we're doing, friends. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's go see what Paisley girl is up to today as well. How about that? All right. So I will bring you back here once I get this pretty much cleaned up and show you what I've done so far. Like I said, I'll show you one more time how this all looks here. Like I said, it's a mess right now. It's got car parts and all kinds of neat little things here, and all this stuff will be tore down and taken apart. So there's going to be a lot of transformation in this room. Now I'm not going to remove the windows today. They will be done another day once we get the exhaust fans here. This area back here has a lot of major holes, and I don't think they're really from the animals because this area does flood. There has been known to be water in this, and I will show you that here in a minute. I will show you on the door. When we looked at this property, we didn't see the writing on the wall, as they say. But actually, there is writing on the wall that shows you how deep water gets in here. But the rabbits will be safe up here. And I will come in here, even if there is water in here, I still can come in here. I got waiters, I can come in here and feed the rabbits and take care of them, even if there is water in here. So that is not a concern. All the outlets and everything is up high. I know that there's a reason why that is, because of water. And so let's come on back out here. Here we go. Come on, friends. Let's go out this way. Here. Hey, there's Carmen. Say hi, Carmen. All right, we'll show you the writing on the wall that me and Paisley girl missed when we looked at this property. I gotta shut the barn doors because that's where the writing is at. And there is why we didn't really see it, because when we came here, these doors were open. Hope I can. Let me raise you up here. You look a little low there, my friends. Let's bring you up here, and then I'll tilt you down here to show you this, if you can see it. I didn't bring out my studio light that I normally use, but I have a flashlight if we have to brighten up the wall here. When you're looking at the property, make sure you look at everything. Even if you just want to look at see how doors operate. I know it's dark right now. Yeah, it's pretty dark. All right, so we're inside the barn. Let me take you over here. Okay, right here you can see. Now this is where she kind of fibbed to us, because she told us I didn't get flooding. Now we don't know exactly what line here, Carmen. Let me look here. We don't know if it was up here or down here, but we do know there was flooding water here. Over here is another writing on the wall.
Down on the wall?
Okay, that's 2005, January 8th. I guess that's both the same, so I guess there was somewhere else where we saw there was writing on the wall. Let's go, oh wait a minute, right down here. January 5th, 2004, water was here. And then there's another marking here, 2005. So I don't know if this got, I don't know if it was,
That's our toys. That's our toys.
maybe that top line is 2005. I don't know. I don't know if this was flooded out 3 different times or they just wrote it there. But there is another spot here that we didn't see when we actually was walking through this property. We're gonna get dark. Over here, there's another spot here, and I'll show you. Let me turn on the light over here. And then we'll go and see what Paisley girl. Right here it is. That's January the 5th, 2005. There's two different lines. 2000 to January 3rd to 5th, 2004. And this door was closed when we looked, but I'm not saying she distracted us, but we asked what that door was, and she said, well, it goes up to the attic. And she said there might be raccoons up there, so I think she kind of scared us by not, and we're like, oh, we don't need to go up there, you know. But now we kind of got distracted by, you know, that her talking, and so I'm not saying that she was distracting us on purpose, but man, I wish I had seen that, because this room here would have been eventually, this was going to be our office until my wife found pictures on her social network, and we were going to clean all this out, have contractors come in and make this one big huge office slash a space we could come in from the elements, and it really would have been nice. And yeah, you can't really make an office out of something that's going to get flooded or have a chance of flooding. All right, well, come on back out here. There's Carmen. All right, so let's walk in here and let's go check out what Paisley girl's doing. All right, you ready to go see what Paisley girl's doing?
Yay!
Hey friends, thank you for joining us today. And Papa Bear was seeing what I'm doing today. Well, this is what I'm doing today. Jalapeno peppers a friend gave me. And then I'm going to be out in the herb garden and collecting the thyme and chives till they're ready. Maybe a little bit of rosemary, not very much, but I'm going to be dehydrating today. That's pretty much my day in a nutshell. So, I've already washed the jalapenos. Get my gloves on because, don't ask me how I know. Always wear gloves when you're cutting up hot peppers. Oh, it is never fun to get that in your eyes or on your hand. So what we're going to do to dehydrate the peppers is I'm going to cut the stem off, and then I'm going to cut down the middle and remove the seeds and the rib, because Papa Bear doesn't like spice, but I do. And when my friend at work brought these in, she thought she had planted jalapenos, and she didn't. She planted jalapenos and they were too hot for her. So after you split it in half, then you can split it in slivers so that when you dehydrate it, it will dehydrate faster. Into like fours, you know, just pretty thin. And eventually, after I get these dehydrated, I will be adding them to my jar of hot pepper flakes. And I like to keep these, you know, chilies or whatever that I want to spice up. So I'm going to go ahead and continue cutting the rest of these. And then we will be out in the miniature herb garden that I have going, that I transplanted my herbs from the apartment garden that come back every year. And we'll get those ready. Got the jalapenos sliced up, and we are going to head out to the herb garden. I'm still going to need to grab a bowl. There's not a lot out there, but there is enough that I can fill my dehydrator. Got my bowl, got my scissors. And head on out this way. I'll meet you out in the herb garden. This little guy here, I did not think was going to make it. When we transplanted him, he was only like this tall. So we're going to not take all of it. Just take the top part off. And that is our rosemary. And then you move on over here and you can see the chives are really driving crazy. They look like long pieces of grass, but they are in fact chives. Excuse me. Oh, and then next to it we have our English thyme. So we're going to go ahead and harvest these. Turn you around here. Alright, so when I take the chives, I want to grab... Oh, look here. We got a little friend down here. I don't think that's a friend. I think it's a foe, but hey, he's welcome in the garden. Bring you back over here, and I'm going to take the chives and I'm just going to cut down what I need of them, and then they'll continue growing. If anything, if you grow anything, grow herbs, there is nothing like the fresh smell of herbs. Let's see here, change it around so you can see. This is the thyme. Oh, it smells so good. And then I've washed up the chives and the rosemary. And this is just a little bit of rosemary, but it can go into the dehydrator with the rest of the stuff. And we will be headed out to the barn and getting the dehydrator set up. And I'm going to be dehydrating these herbs at 135, approximately 24 to 48 hours. So that's it for me today as far as any major work. I guess you wouldn't call it major work because it's something I love doing. And we'll just be adding more herbs to our pantry here. I've already got some chives in a jar. We're just going to fill that up a little bit more. And then my rosemary, got some already of that in there, but we're going to add to it. And then our thyme is getting low too, so we can add to that. So other than that, thank you for stopping by, friends, and back to Papa Bear.
Hello, everybody. Weren't that pictures awesome? That's us, the hard work, being funny and silly, and you got to see a little bit of pictures of Carmen being all dirty farm girl. Well, as you can see, this is another day. It's actually Tuesday. Saturday we did a lot out here, got started in this room, but it got so hot, so we called it quits and went inside and cooled down and enjoyed the rest of the day on Saturday. And Sunday is rest day around here on the homestead. And then Monday, yesterday, I did a lot of other things other than this room. And then this morning got up and kicked rear end of this room and got it finished. I am excited. It's one more step closer to getting some animals on the property. We got to get this big cottage removed before we bring in any chickens, build raised garden beds. I've been battling this with my wife. She wants to garden really bad, which I understand we need, and it's a dire emergency to get a garden going, because that way next year we can can and preserve food, especially with the way things are going in this country. But hopefully next spring this will be definitely, this room will be done with bunnies. We'll have rabbits on here to eat, and we'll breed and probably sell some. So we're one step closer. At least we'll have the rabbits on the homestead. I don't know about the chickens yet, because like I said, where we're going to put the chickens, we first need to get rid of the cottage and then bring in a barn or a tiny house type shed, so that way we can get that set up, so that way we can eventually have when our kids come here to visit, they can stay, down here on the land, because we only have a 2-bedroom, and yes, we have a nice sized living room, but I just, it's a lot of, bedding and, and it's just better if we get them set up in another location on the property. Well, I guess further ado here, let's get looking at this area and how, my gosh, how transformed it looks. I mean, it's amazing. And we still have a lot of space here. There's space for I don't know, different things that we could put in here. Maybe there'll be chicken feed in here. Things that go along with having animals on the property. We might actually have some goats, and goats could be next year too. Maybe get a couple goats. So it's just kind of up in the air right now as far as anything other than rabbits for next year. So yeah, lost with words right now. It's going on probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My belly's grumbling. Carmen hasn't ate her lunch yet, so she's probably ready to go eat some lunch. I know 3 o'clock in the afternoon we're eating lunch. Yeah, around here we could take breaks, but it's just easier to get done and be done with it, and then call it a day. Because when I take her inside, I got to give her a shower, because she's a hot mess. Okay, so you want to see the rabbit room / what other, I don't know what other things we might do in here. Let me pan you around here. Okay, so over here, these drawers, this thing is very heavy duty. Wife might put her seeds in here. This could be used for seeding, because you can put little labels here. We have all these shelves here that we can put stuff. We'll probably stack the straw or stuff that goes along with having rabbits feed, and there's shelves back here. Let me pan over here and show you. There's shelves right. Oh my Lord! Look at me. What a. Right here is a bunch of shelves all the way up. As you can see, there's now lighting over there. Yes, there is a picture back there. There's a lot of mirrors and pictures in here, and I thought, well, just leave it there, make it decorated. All right, so let's pan around here and show you this, how we transformed all that. We removed a big shelf over here, removed that shelf there, so there's space now for the rabbits. We can actually do, I would say we could probably do, let me bring you out of here just a little bit. I'm thinking we could do 2 high on the cages, because they're, as you can see, they're way up here is a crossbar that we could use. So there's a lot of room there to put 2 cages high. And as you can see, it's all, look how nice that looks now. It's amazing to think that this room just a couple of days ago was a horrible mess. And as you can see, we've got all these shelves here cleaned off. There's shelves all the way up there. Tons of outlets here, so we can do all kinds of stuff in here. Like I said, one of these windows here will be knocked out. Most likely this window right here, we will be not knocking out, because it actually, they got it framed off for the boat area, so this window does open. All sets of these windows open up. So that window there will not be knocked out. This window over here definitely will be knocked out for an exhaust fan. That way we can keep the smell down in here. Plus because it gets hot in here. I've been in here working all day and I've been sweating, and it's very hot in here. We will install fans in here as well. So we'll have an exhaust fan here. We'll have fans in here as well. We will probably definitely have to have some kind of heat source back here. Rabbits don't mind the coldness, but they do not like heat, and so we definitely got to get this place cooled down. I took the temperature earlier in this room alone. It was sitting at about 85 degrees. So 85 degrees is pretty warm, especially when you get a bunch of animals in here. And so we got these shelves over here. Pan you around here. We got like a little nook down here we can put stuff, and so there's all kinds of shelving here that we can use for this room. This will most likely be used for anything that goes along with having animals on the farm. You know, there might be ear tags for the pigs, all kinds of stuff. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that goes along with having animals. My wife sees the small picture, and that's, let's go get animals and bring them on the property. Well, yeah, we can do that. She's had people tell her, well, why don't you turn the cottage into a chicken roost? Well, the back part of the cottage is pretty much destroyed. It's gone. I mean, there's nothing holding it up. So it's not, if it's not sustainable to rebuild or use for a living situation for guests, then it isn't suitable for chickens. Then someone actually said, well, why don't you bring the camper up here that's in the back there? Well, first of all, the camper in the back is pretty much rotted out. It's gone. Second of all, we just got rid of the big wood trailer, or as we call it, the big ugly, out of the front yard. So I do not want to bring a camper up here in the front yard. And the reason we're saying the front yard a lot is because that's where we're going to be putting the chickens. Exactly where at in the front yard, we just don't know yet. When we get the cottage tore down, let me show you something here. Give you an example here. Of course, I don't have anything right in here that I could use. Okay, right here. Use this. Okay, so when we bring in the new building, the barn that we're going to be transforming into a tiny house. Right now, the cottage sits like this, okay? So when we bring in the new building, we'll actually turn it this way, okay? And that way, the door will be facing out towards what would be our front door. And the other house that sits over here, the back of this will be sitting right up on our property line. So that way there's nothing that could go behind there except for the fencing. So that's the plan. So by putting it, set it this way, by putting it this way, We could put the chickens over here by the river, maybe. Or we could put the chickens over here on this side of the, sorry, that got me. Um, on the other side of the tiny house, shed, whatever you want to call it. So we could put it on that side, and that way we could have the chicken run coming out towards our house. And then we could put raised beds on this side. We could put raised beds here in the front. And then wherever the door is, let's just say hypothetically the door is right here, we'll have all this fenced in anyways. And there will be a walkway out, and on both sides of the walkway will be raised garden beds. So that's the vision I have. My wife, she understands what I'm looking for, but yeah, she just wants to get the garden going, and she wants chickens, and I want all that, you know. Well, there's other steps that got to be done, you know, just like conquering this little room here itself. It was a lot of work. There was a lot of nails had to be removed, and yes, I still have not removed every single nail. That would take me probably a couple weeks to remove all the nails in this room. But what we did is that me and Paisley girl worked on is we got all the nails, anything from eye level, because we figured that, you know, you don't want to get stabbed in the back. And like over here, there was all these nails. Some of these nails I bent down because I just couldn't pull them out, because you don't want to poke the rabbits in the cages. So yeah, so there's a, once we get, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and that's the way I look at everything here, is that we will get it done. Once we get the cottage out of here and get all that, there's like I guess a cellar underneath there, it's all got to be filled in. I mean, literally, we got to have a professional group come in and remove everything. Once we get all that taken care of, once we get that knocked out, then the next thing to do is bring in the building itself. Okay, so once we get the building on the property, then the next step would be to go in and have the we might be doing some of the plumbing work. I don't know yet. I personally am not that crafty doing that kind of stuff. So but we got to get the water tied into our house. We've got to get electrical on it. But we will have raised, we could do the garden out back, you know, come spring. Once the water, we know the rivers, you know, the winter's over, and we're not going to have major flooding. We could put the garden out back for now. Maybe not raised beds. Maybe we could do a couple raised beds out back, you know, and that still is not off the table either. We could put some raised beds out back. We also have the option of, along the side of our bank here. Here, I'll show you. Let's come out here. I'm sure you're tired of seeing this room. All right, so let's take a stroll out to the barn. You're probably going to hear Carmen. Right now she's been occupied while we've been in here videoing. I blocked her off so she wouldn't come in here. All right, let's open this door. Oh. All right, so let's come over here. All right. Let's see. Okay. Can't really see you guys because the sun is so bright. All right, so all this along here, we could do raised beds as well. And we could do it all the way down here. We could put the raised beds over here. So that's still an option we could do. So we could put raised beds all the way down through there. And then that would be really cool too. And then over here, like I said, once we got the building in, I'm hoping you can see this. I can't really see if I'm showing you the right things. So we could, once we get the building in there, then we still could put the chickens on this side. That tree will be trimmed down. And so we can make that into a beautiful flower, like garden, kind of a enchanted little area there. So like I said, we have all this space here that we could do all raised beds. And you know, you could easily bring you up a little bit because I'm sure that I want to. So as we come over here, you know, we could do raised beds here. They could be several, you know, you could put probably 3 raised beds right here and then just keep going all the way down. And so that'd be, I don't know, big. I mean, we're looking at probably close to 20 raised beds right there in this area alone. Now, I mean, I don't, you know, I mow this, so I mean, be just one less thing that I have to mow, you know. We'd still have to get in there and probably weed whack and all that stuff, but we could put the raised beds in there.
Want to pet your bed?
So there's, and my wife hasn't even thought of that idea. You know, she just thought about that other side over there. So there's all kinds of options here that we can do with this place, even though there is a chance of, you know, flooding. And I already showed you the water line of where the flood comes up to. So even if we did do it over here, the raised beds would be fine over here. It's this lower end of this property that is going to get the water. And then on the other side is a big, I'll bring you over here and show you.
So big.
Come on over here, my friends.
Want a dog?
So I'll show you here. Our property goes on out there a good ways. But I don't know if you really can see that, but where my finger's pointed, it's way down there. I mean, if I would literally stand down there, I'd be, I don't know how many feet down that is, but that's where it all gets watered at. And so this area up here keeps pretty much dry. So there's all kinds of options here. You know, that area over there could just simply be used for the chickens, and maybe a chanted like a little garden with flowers and butterflies and flowers and wildlife stuff. And so that could be just used for that. But once we get rid of that cottage, that's the big ticket right there. We got to get rid of that building and get rid of it. So, all right. I think I've talked enough long on this video. Anyways, make sure you subscribe. Okay? Make sure you hit the like and share with your friends, all right? And as we say around here, peace, love, and happiness comes from knowing our Lord Jesus Christ, all right? So I hope you all have a very blessed week, and make sure you tune in tomorrow. This video will be up on later today, which is Tuesday, so it'll probably go up sometime later this evening. But tune in on the other channel, our family channel, where I do midweek, where you'll get an uplifting video, all right? So anyways, I will see you all on the next video. Talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed day. See ya.
He has your back.